Hey everyone, it's Dominic, the Primetime Treasure Hunter. Thanks for coming by to check out another video. I hope you enjoyed the haul video that I put up today where I went into the snowstorm and found all that great treasure at that estate sale. That was really fun to do, and again, I hope you enjoyed it. During that video, I described a situation that occurred to me with another reseller today at the estate sale, and some of you responded to it, and the responses that I received led me to think, you know what, I probably should break out that situation, talk a little bit more about it, and make a separate video about it, because I think it will probably bring in some useful discussion. So in this video, I'm going to pose this scenario out to you. I'm going to take you through some background that led up to my thought process about the situation when it occurred. And most importantly, I want to know your feedback. I want to know how you think you would have handled this if it happened to you. So the situation is this in terms of the background. So I'm at this estate sale, and this is one of the estate sale dealers that, you know, I've really spent a lot of time, I mean years, cultivating an excellent relationship with her. And I would say of all the estate sale dealers, she's my number one. By far. I mean, I gave this person a $100 gift card at the end of the year just to thank her for you know, just so many great deals over the course of the past year. Is really I view her as an essential person in my business in terms of just having her as a contact. I mean, she's vitally important to me. So I'm at the sale, and I'm doing some research there on some of the items, and one of the items I was interested in when I came across it was this one, and it's this Anheuser-Busch ice box. Really cool vintage piece. It's nice little handles right here. It's decorated on this side as well. It's a nice condition inside. Really solid, sturdy construction. So looking into it, didn't take me too long to figure out, but you know, I spent a little bit of time on it, and found that right now there's only one available, and it's an auction format, and it's currently, it ends in a day or day and a half, and currently there is a bid on it, so it's gonna sell, and right now it's at about 45 bucks. Now one had previously sold for around 40. So, you know, it's probably a $40, $50 piece. Who knows what'll happen with the auction? Maybe it'll go up more than that. Now, at the time that I saw this first one, it was priced at $10. Now, I immediately knew, and I talk about it in the estate sale haul. By the way, if you didn't see the estate sale haul, at the end of the video, it's gonna pop up. So you could just watch it at the end of this if you wanna see the actual finding of this item and some of the others. But the way this estate sale dealer does her setup for some of the things is that if there's a bunch of items, sometimes she'll put them all together in one place, but other times she'll kind of break them up and put them in different locations so that different buyers get a chance to you know, get the same item, so that someone can't necessarily come in and grab all of them at once. So sometimes she'll put them in different locations in the room, or sometimes she'll put them in different rooms altogether, or even on different levels of the house, just to try to make it fair. And I don't have any problem with that. That's fine. It doesn't matter to me. And so I'm looking up this item, and I decide I'm gonna go for it even at the 10 bucks, but I know that I'll be able to get it for less because I generally buy a lot when I'm at the sale, and I pretty much get bulk pricing when I leave. So I know there's gonna be some kind of reduction once I head to the line. So lo and behold, after looking at this, and you know, a bunch of people had cleared out as is typical in many estate sales. I mean, there's a lot of people in the beginning, and people just get impatient and stuff, and they just wind up coming in and out really quick. And so it's rare that someone stays as long as I do at the estate sale if it's a good one. If it's a bad one, I could be in and out of there too relatively quickly. But there was only really that I could see one other reseller there who was really actively looking up items on her phone and checking out the comps on eBay, and and she was open about it that she was a reseller. I had never seen her before. If I did, I didn't really pay much attention, and but I know most of the regulars. So anyway, she's checking out all these things, and turns out the estate sale dealer tells me, hey, Dominic, if you're interested, I saw you picked one of these up. Well, I've got 2 more of them for you if you'd like, right here. So she comes over with 2 more. And she says to me in front of the other reseller, if you buy 3 of them, I'll give them to you for a bulk price of $6 a piece. Now, $10 a piece I was going to do just knowing I had 1 piece. But $6 a piece, definitely going to pick them up. So, I'll just sell them off one at a time. I showed yesterday, they're light. They're going to be, relatively easy to ship. Just need a nice square box. I mean, I'm thinking all these things through. I'm like, great. Yeah, absolutely. $6 a piece. I'll definitely take them. So I say, I'll take them. So she gives them to me. And no sooner than she hands them over to me, the other reseller says in astonishment out loud, $6 a piece? And then she looks over at me and she goes, could I have one? Now, this has never happened to me before, and I'm curious if this has ever happened to any of you, because in that moment, I have a lot of thoughts going through my head. One thought that I have is, again, how much time I've poured into cultivating the relationship with the estate sale dealer so she would even know and she would even think to come up to me special to offer me a bulk deal on these items. 2 is that if I were to hypothetically give this other reseller one of the boxes, well, there's no longer a bulk rate incentive. In other words, the person's giving me them, the estate sale dealer's giving them to me at $6 a piece because I'm going to buy 3, not because I'm going to buy 2. So there's that. The other thing is I did spend some time looking up the comps. I mean, it didn't take me a ton of time, but I at least took the time to research the comps and check it out and decide that this was something that I wanted to pick up. Now, the other thing I'm thinking of is I try to be careful how I come across. I don't want to come across as as rude or mean or anything like that. But the question was kind of took me aback. I didn't want to just abruptly say no, like that, so I didn't say anything. I just kind of paused and just kind of gathered my thoughts, looked at her and just kind of went like this and just turned around and just kept doing what I was doing. And she knew by that I was not going to give up these items. And the estate sale dealer, once she heard the question I was asked, she said, I gave this deal to Dominic and now they're his. He took the deal. So now it's between you and Dominic. He's going to have to decide whether or not he wants to give you any of them. And that's the right call. Now, I'll tell you, just to play this out hypothetically, if this would happen, if that would happen, if she would have told me, Dominic, I didn't know that she wants one, and I owe her one, and she did me a favor some other time, or even if she didn't say that, just said, I didn't know she wants one. Yeah, we should give her one too. My answer to that? No problem. No problem. Because again, I said earlier, my number one priority is maintaining a great relationship with the estate sale dealer, and I'm not going to lose that over an icebox. I mean, it's just that's silly. At the same time, I'm also thinking in my head, why am I going to hand over one of these vintage pieces to a competitor of mine who I know? It's not like, see, here's the other thing. I mean, I guess it kind of depends on the situation, right? Because I'm just trying to think this through as I'm even talking to you here. So, you know, if it was someone who said to me, oh, you know, now I admit what I'm going to say, this could be a lie, but I happen to know what this person was up to. But what if somebody said to me, oh, you know, hey, my dad gave me that, you know, when I was a kid, and we really had, you know, strong memories behind that. It really throws me back, and my God, I would just do anything, just, you know, if I could just have that box, you know, you already have 2 of them, could you give me one? Like, in that situation, I would definitely give very, very strong consideration, and probably would give over the ice box in that situation. I mean, like, most definitely would, unless I thought something funny was going on, or if it was like a scam or something like that. But if I genuinely believe, like, you know, and I already had 2 and someone wanted another one, yeah, I give it over. But to give it over to a competitor who lives locally, who's going to put it on eBay and then compete with me for the price, it doesn't make sense. And so that's why I decided not to turn the item over to her. Now, remember, you know, it's a split-second decision, and I kind of played this out afterwards, and I've talked to a couple people about it. I talked to my wife, Mrs. Primetime. I talked to some other people. I've gotten some feedback from people, you know, from the estate sale haul video that I put up last night, just, you know, pretty much saying that they thought this was you know, just a weird request. And I mean, that's the other thing I thought of. I said to myself, you know, I tried to put myself in her shoes, and I said, could I see myself asking that question to another reseller? And my answer to that, honestly, is no. I mean, when we've all been in situations, I mean, it's a competitive environment. That's the other thing. I mean, there's a competitive aspect to it that I love. And so that plays into it too for me. I don't just want, you know, I feel like I'm in there, I'm competing, I'm trying to get stuff. I mean, I'm not like barreling people over or anything, but you know, I feel like if I got to a spot first and I located the item, that I should keep the item. So, you know, there have been people who have beaten me to things before, and I've never argued. In fact, there was one situation once where I had an item in my hand last year, and it was a coffee can. It was a vintage coffee can. I put it down, true story, I put it down on the shelf, stupidly, because I should have held on to it, and I grabbed my phone to check the comps on it. Meanwhile, another reseller had his eyes on it, and he came into the room. He grabbed the can off the shelf. Now, I don't have possession of it. I don't have my hand on it. It's not even actually like right next to me. It's like on the shelf, and I had stepped back for a second. He just comes in, grabs it, boom, gone. Now, I could have tried to get it back from him, but I just let it go, and I just told myself, you know, lesson learned. I already knew that, but I just couldn't believe, like, I'm like, all right, in five seconds, I've got to look this up on my phone. No way anyone's going to come in. Well, sure enough, someone did. So, I mean, like, even in that situation, I didn't say anything. And, you know, if someone beats me to an item or something like that, you know, it's all yours. There's plenty of stuff, I figure, in the house or even at a garage sale that I could go look at and I could get. So I couldn't see myself posing that question. I wonder if any of you could. I mean, I couldn't, and you know, I would just not ask that of another reseller. You know, I just think there is kind of an unwritten etiquette of estate sales and of garage sales, and there should be one between resellers, I guess, but there probably won't be one that's universally agreed on. I mean, I guess to give her credit, it definitely was a brave thing to ask, I guess. And, you know, I guess I could see somebody saying, well, you know, you had to, well, why be greedy? You could give another one. But I don't really look at it as greed. I look at it as business, and, you know, trying to, you know, get items that, you know, I could use to bring in extra income to support my family. And so that's kind of how I looked at it. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up. I just thought I'd throw that out there and just kind of take you through the scenario, kind of let you know why I was thinking the way I was thinking. And I definitely want your feedback down below in terms of what you think. If you know anyone else as a reseller who went through a situation like this, I mean, pass it on to them. I'm curious what they would think as well. So I'm just gonna wrap it up. It's been a long day, and I still have some additional listings I want to get up. And so I will talk to you all soon. See you in the comment section. Remember, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Check out the Facebook group, the Instagram account. It's all down below in the description section. In addition to a long line of products, they are affiliate links that 99% of them I use myself, and the one that I don't, I even let you know which one that is. And they are just great items that can help you out with your reselling business. If you get any of those, it does help support the channel. So hopefully you find something down there you like sometime. All right, everyone, I'm out of here. I'll talk to you later.